Buckle up because we are diving straight into the biggest stories shaking up the industry right now. First up, we are exposing the million-dollar operation behind Nick Fuentes. We have the inside look at how his stream and monetize model works, turning extreme rhetoric into a massive financial haul. You will not believe how this ecosystem of paid messages is actually built.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next, say goodbye to the endless doomscrolling cycle because a new player is hitting the scene. We are talking about the launch of Bond, an AI-powered social platform that promises to turn your personal memories into a private archive while ditching the typical toxic feed. It is a bold play to redefine how we store and value our digital lives. Then, we are switching gears to help you level up your gaming grind with a deep dive into CS2 replays. We are breaking down exactly how to use demo files not just to study your own mistakes, but to create original, high-value content that actually makes real money. You need to know these commands and workflows if you want to turn your matches into a side hustle. Finally, we are looking at how Enable is completely changing the game for MSPs across the EMEA region with their massive new roadshow strategy. David Weeks is leading the charge on how to turn complex AI and compliance requirements into a serious engine for growth. Want to stay ahead of the curve and never miss an update? Then hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Ever wonder what it costs to buy a front row seat to hate? If you're Nick Fuentes, the answer is usually just a few bucks and a super chat. Welcome to the grift, where the price of admission is your morals and the currency is pure, unfiltered outrage. On any given night, Fuentes runs a mechanical, almost assembly line operation. He leans into the mic, scans his screen, reads a name, and drops a quick thanks. Then he pivots instantly to something vile, a slur against immigrants, a recycled anti-Semitic trope, or some fresh hostility toward women. It's a toxic rhythm, but let's be honest, it's also a wildly profitable one. According to reporting from the Washington Post, Fuentes has raked in roughly $900,000 since early 2025. This isn't just commentary. It's a business model built on the backs of an audience eager to feel like they're part of a secret, elite club. You pay to be seen, you pay to be heard, and you pay to keep the machine running. What makes this so dangerous is the just kidding defense. Fuentes hides behind a wall of irony, blending genuine malice with internet-grade trolling. If he gets called out, he calls it a joke. If he wants to rile up his base, he's dead serious. It's a page ripped right out of the Trump playbook, but with a sharper, more tech-savvy edge. While Trump uses a blunt hammer to reach the masses, Fuentes uses a scalpel to radicalize a smaller, intensely loyal cult of followers. By creating a false sense of intimacy, where he reads names and reacts to individual donors, he convinces his viewers that this isn't just a stream, it's a mission. We've even seen people donating thousands while struggling with personal crises, convinced they're funding an embattled hero rather than a guy who's quietly laughing all the way to the bank. And because he's been deplatformed from the big players like YouTube and X, he's retreated into the alt-tech echo chambers of Rumble and Cozy TV, where there's zero accountability and the fortress mentality only grows stronger. They view their financial support as political resistance, but let's call it what it is: a feedback loop of grievance that fuels his bank account. So, here's the reality check. As long as there is resentment in the world, there's a market for it. And as long as people keep paying, the show will go on. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the digital fringe. But before you go, ask yourself, is the person you're supporting online actually fighting for your future, or are they just monetizing your anger? Ever feel like your life is just one long, blurry doom scroll? You're not alone, and a new platform called Bond is betting that you're ready for a change. Forget the mindless scrolling through strangers' highlight reels. Bond just launched with a mission to kill the infinite feed and turn your digital life into a private, AI-powered vault that actually helps you get out into the real world. Think of it as a personal archive that pays you back. You drop your photos, videos, and audio clips, your memories, and after 24 hours, they vanish from the public eye and slide into your secure, private collection. But here is the kicker. It isn't just a diary. The built-in AI analyzes those moments to give you real-world suggestions. If you are a metalhead who hasn't been to a show in months, or a foodie craving pho, Bond flags that and points you toward a venue or a local spot you'll actually enjoy. It's essentially using AI to pull you away from your phone and into your city. Now, you might be wondering about the business model. Where is the catch? Well, there are no annoying pop-up ads here. Instead, the founders, who are veterans from TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook, are flipping the script on data monetization. They are positioning Bond as a licensed data source for training next-gen AI like GPT-6 and GPT-7. You own your memories, and if you choose to license them, you can actually monetize your own life experiences. It is a bold, transparent approach to the data economy. Privacy is front and center too, with natural language controls that let you scrub your history whenever you want, and end-to-end encryption coming down the pipe soon. They are even looking into marketplace integrations to bridge the gap between your digital habits and real-world purchases. It is an ambitious pivot from the social media status quo. But what do you think? Would you trade your data to an AI if it meant a better real-life experience and a little extra cash in your pocket? Drop a comment below and let me know if you join the move to ditch the feed for good. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tech deep dives. And until next time, make sure your digital life is serving you, not the other way around. Ever wondered how top-tier CS2 creators turn a simple match replay into a full-time paycheck? It is not just about pressing record. It is about knowing how to manipulate the game engine to create something that actually stands out. Today, we are breaking down the professional workflow for CS2 replays, from mastering the demo UI to navigating the tricky world of YouTube and Twitch monetization. First, let's clear up a massive misconception. Raw demo files are not products. You cannot just upload a dry, unedited match and expect the ad revenue to roll in. YouTube's algorithm is smarter than that. It demands original, transformative content. If you want to get paid, you need to add value. Whether it's an in-depth tactical breakdown, a high-octane frag movie, or an educational coaching series, the goal is to treat your demo files as raw materials for a much bigger project. So, how do we get there? It starts with the basics. You need to get comfortable with the console commands. By hitting Shift plus F2 during a playback, you pull up the demo. This is your command center. You can toggle pause, slow down intense gunfights to frame-by-frame precision, or fix your camera to capture that perfect, cinematic angle. Learning to use commands like Start Movie is your golden ticket to exporting high-quality footage for your edit. But here is where the strategy shifts. As you build your content, you will notice your audience evolving. Viewers do not just watch for the aim, they watch for the aesthetic. They see those rare, high-tier skins in your highlights, and suddenly they want to upgrade their own loadout. That is where the ecosystem really comes alive. If you're looking to tap into that, check out LISSKNS. It is the perfect spot for anyone looking to snag those iconic looks you see in the pro demos without breaking the bank. It makes the buying and selling process seamless, which is a massive win if you are looking to refresh your inventory while you build your channel. If you're serious about this, stop treating your replay folder like a graveyard of old games. Start building a repeatable workflow: record, review, edit, and export. Consistency is the secret sauce for hitting those Twitch affiliate goals or YouTube monetization milestones. Ready to turn your next highlight reel into a career move? Start by experimenting with the demo viewer today and let me know in the comments. What kind of content are you planning to create? Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the CS2 creator economy. After all, the best players don't just win games, they tell the best stories. Stop waiting for your partners to come to you. It is time to hit the road. That is the bold new philosophy driving Enable's strategy for 2026. Instead of funneling everyone into one massive flagship event in Europe, David Weeks, the channel chief at Enable, is flipping the script by taking their entire ecosystem, training, leadership, and strategy, directly to the MSPs across EMEA. But why the chain? It comes down to one simple truth. The industry is getting more complex, and a one-size-fits-all conference just doesn't cut it anymore. Weeks, who has been a pillar in the channel space for years, is now operating out of London and keeping a close pulse on the global market. He's noticed something interesting. While AI and cyber resilience are dominating the conversation, The real pain point for MSPs isn't just about building these tools, it is about monetizing them. It's that age-old struggle of turning technical capability into a sustainable, recurring revenue stream. Enable's roadshows are designed to solve exactly that by fostering peer-to-peer collaboration. As Weeks puts it, no single person has all the answers. The answer is in the room. And let's talk about the sleeper hit of the year, compliance. Many MSPs view compliance as a headache, but Weeks sees it as a goldmine. When you perform a compliance assessment, you inevitably uncover security gaps. Those gaps lead to requirements, and those requirements demand solutions. It is a perfect, logical cycle that drives revenue right back into the MSP's pocket. We are even seeing the rise of fractional compliance officers, a brilliant service layer that mirrors the success we saw with fractional CIOs. Beyond the tech, we are seeing a massive shift in how MSPs are growing. We aren't just looking at local mergers anymore. We're seeing global expansion driven by strategic acquisitions and even currency arbitrage. It is a high-stakes, rapidly evolving landscape, but the goal remains the same: moving from the experimental phase of AI into a structured, profitable practice. If you aren't thinking about how to productize your compliance and AI offerings right now, you're already behind the curve. So, what's your firm's next move? Are you just testing the waters, or are you ready to build a repeatable revenue machine? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the changing channel landscape.